Regardless of countless planning and budget approvals, sometimes even the most ambitious of megaprojects prove to be financial sinkholes for governments all over. Whether it's political reasons or fraudulent companies overseeing the project, we'll be going over 5 most ambitious megaprojects that never took off. 1. China's abandoned ghost city. Sitting in the Hebei province of China is an 1,800-acre abandoned city. However, it wasn't intended to be a ghost city. Initial plans for the city included a large residential area with a small commercial area housing all the shopping centers and skyscrapers. The project was dubbed City Within a City and promised the ideal living environment. However, when corruption charges were proven against the real estate company behind the project immediately lost value as it was seized by the government, and prices in the area went down. The $3 billion project now sits abandoned and is home to stray animals instead of the flourishing human city it was supposed to be. 2. The world's emptiest airport. The Matala Rajapaksa International Airport was going to serve as the second international airport for Sri Lanka. However, fate had different plans for this one. The $210 million airport is located in the small city of Matala in the southern Hambantota region. With its 35-meter-tall communications tower and state-of-art construction, the airport was going to serve 1 million passengers a year, but the airport's geolocation proved to be not the right choice after all. Matata is a small town with a population of 20,000, most of which live below the poverty line. Understandably, there's no local demand for the airport. What's more, there are next to no transport services connecting the airport with tourist hub spots. This reduced demand for the airport and caused airlines to pull out. Within a year, the airport was reporting losses of $18 million. The airport's now home to wild animals in the area and was even used by the government as a rice storage facility. 3. Interstate H3, USA Highway. This 26-kilometer highway running through the valleys of Aloha State is easily the most beautiful highway in the world. The project was going to hold great value for the military as it was going to connect the Pearl Harbor Naval Base with the Marine Air Station on the East Coast. Despite the outcry of Hawaii residents, ecological activists, and long pauses that came during construction, the project reached completion in 1997, 37 years after the original plan was made. The project ate up $1.3 billion as opposed to the original $250 million budget. However, despite the sweat, tears, and, more importantly, money that went into it, the project appears to be a waste of effort. None of the Hawaiians are using it out of fear that the highway's cursed since it was built by taking down important religious sites. What's more, the military bases no longer function, so the route holds no value for the Army now. The highway's used by almost no one, making it a useless project. 4. Forest City, Malaysia. Johor's Forest City is dubbed the second most useless mega project in the world. It was intended to be a futuristic green island built on 4 artificial islands around an artificial forest. The plans included vertical gardens, green rooftops, multi-layered roads with parks, a stadium on the upper roads, and traffic on the lower ones. However, the project ran into political issues. For starters, Forest City was being built on Chinese money, and as apartment prices rose in their home country, the Chinese investors rushed to Forest City. With 80% of the residents ending up Chinese, local communities cried out and dubbed the move as a new form of colonialism. This prompted Prime Minister Mahathir Mohamad to put a ban on foreigners owning property in the city. The move was apparently a bad one because this drove away not only current residents but also potential investors. The $100 billion project now houses only 500 people as opposed to the 700,000 it was intended to, and construction has long since been abandoned. 5. Yucca Mountain Nuclear Waste Repository. Yucca Mountain Nuclear Waste Repository was a tunnel complex that was going to be built to tackle the problem of growing nuclear waste in the country. Yucca Mountain proved to be the ideal site for such a project since the mountain's made out of volcanic ash and is capable of absorbing nuclear radiation without crumbling. However, the Nevadans weren't going to house a nuclear trash can in their backyard. The congressional representatives for the state and the public raised hell for the government, highlighting all kinds of issues that would come with building the repository, like the potential exposure of radiation to residents during transport and the risk of contaminating the only water source to the Amargosa Valley. The public protests proved to be successful since the $17 billion project has now stopped construction and sits abandoned. And that's a wrap for this video. Which of these projects do you think should have hit it off? Let us know your thoughts in the comments section down below. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to our channel for more videos. Bye now.